Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Ramadan. Ramadan, according to Muslim, is the month of remembrance of the poor. They're fasting for Allah. But however, I don't know if where you live, if you live in the West, you don't really feel it. You see some people fasting, but then again, if you live in a Muslim majority countries, you will see the difference. Ramadan is the month of intolerance, the month of self-righteousness. Why? Because among Muslims, they push other Muslims to fast, whether they like it or not, whether they want it or not. Sometimes they're a little aggressive, and sometimes, sort of passive-aggressive style. And in Indonesia, where I came from, many Muslims selling food. That's their job. That's their livelihood. They cannot do anything else. So they have a little cart set up to sell maybe chicken fried rice, maybe soup, meatball soup. Or they have a small tent like a fast food, not fast food like KFC or McDonald's, but they sell fried chicken or fried fish with rice, or they have vegetables for people to eat. Normally, it will cost maybe in Canadian dollars about $1.50 per portion. During Ramadan, people are not allowed to sell food on the street. And some restaurants, permanent, like in a mall, they have to close their windows so people cannot see. And that's not all. In some areas, if you are not fasting because you're not a Muslim, you will be forced to fast because you cannot eat. And then if you eat, they will get mad and beat you up. Because they will say, "Oh, are you trying to tempt us with food? We are fasting." So that's the problem. You don't see a Christian who is fasting force other people to fast, right? Especially during this month, Lent. Or if some people, during Lent, sometimes they don't eat or they don't smoke. If there's a smoker, sometimes they don't smoke. They sacrifice smoking for the whole month, for how many weeks. But they don't force people who smoke to not smoke because they are not smoking. But Muslims are the opposite. When they are fasting, other people must fast. Regardless if you are Hindu, you're a Buddhist, you're a Christian, or atheist, you must respect them. That's what they say in Indonesia. You have to respect us because we are fasting. Can you see the self-righteousness here? I pray and I hope things are changing. But I really doubt it, because year after year is always the same in Indonesia especially. When people, the small guys, who are selling food with a little carts, are the biggest victims here. Tens of thousands of them cannot have income for a month. If normally they're selling food during office hour. Now they cannot do it for the whole month. It's not because the office shut down for a week because of Eid al-Fitr or something, because some holidays, but because they cannot sell it because they must respect people who are fasting. This is the craziest part. And like I said earlier, at my work, there are cases of Muslims who do not fast and forced to fast. And I stand by my claim that Islam is the biggest hypocrite maker. Islam pushes their followers to force others to follow the rules. Because in Islam, there's no freedom. Remember, if you're a Christian, you know, freedom only if the Spirit of the Lord is there. If the Spirit of the Lord is not there, then there is no freedom. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Whether you're Muslim or a Christian, God bless you all. Have a nice life.